So, so Eric just recalled the situation where I acted unprofessionally. Like I focused on something that went slightly wrong and kind of made it into a bigger thing, even though it wasn't a big thing, and I overly got hung up on it. And what you said, Eric, is like negative feedback is one-to-one. So when that happens, the default for you would be to go and tell me, one-to-one, and then I can fix it or apologize to the people involved. I think negative feedback as one-to-one is kind of make sure that the feedback isn't overly harsh. I think if you're comfortable with it and it seems you work, I think negative feedback going up, like to your manager, I think that's fine if you have like the confidence to do it. And luckily you have, because I mostly respond well to it. Then I think it can totally be in front of a group. And I think it will show to the group that no one's above feedback, and that everyone's expected to behave well, especially the higher ups. So maybe we should make an exception, or not an exception, but clarify that in the value, sub-value, negative feedback is one-to-one, that it doesn't go for going up, because in most organizations, the problems is you cannot give the feedback going up, it gets filtered too much.
Yeah, maybe the CEO shadows could make that handbook update for us if it makes sense to them as worded. And I think as in this arrangement, I'm the person lower in the org chart giving feedback up. What I need to do is make sure that I feel comfortable, building up a little head of steam, and overcoming the power differential, whatever it might be, and doing that in the moment. That's what's sort of challenging. I tend to be kind of a thoughtful person who underreacts in the moment, comes back the next day with something. But I think to set the positive example that you're looking for, it should be done in the moment, and then it carries more power. So I'm going to try to do that.
Yeah.
And thanks for being so open.
One other thing that comes to mind, it doesn't have to be a closed case. So it doesn't have to be like, Sid, I think you're wrong here, and this is what you're doing wrong. Can also be like, ooh, Sid, like, is this okay? Like just pausing the situation and not necessarily inferring I did something. Like, you're not sure I did something wrong, but it might be the case.
Yeah, a little introspection break.
Yeah. And maybe I'm like, well, don't do anything wrong. And then we can continue. Or maybe I'm like, yeah, I kind of knew, like, now that you mentioned that situation, I was like, that wasn't good. Also got a negative score from the shadows rate me on my positivity score, and that was not a good meeting.
Oh, really? Yeah. I did not know such a thing exists, but that's fascinating. It's like the happy face, sad face buttons they use for. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I'm going to ask for that data.
Yeah, it's something I train on. We first did it with the energy score for investor presentations, and that's now kind of
you're calibrated there
after 100 meetings of feedback, and the positivity. It doesn't mean like you're not delivering bad. It's not about the contents, but it's about the presentation, the implication, the emotion, stuff like that.
Got it. Cool. Thanks for that.